The drought monitor on your grow report, an improvement across Nebraska. Not so the case in Kansas. Nebraska, 43% drought free. You can see it across northern Nebraska through parts of the Sandhills, 57% abnormally dry, and there's still some moderate southwest Nebraska, the southern panhandle. That amounts to only 4.38%. That is good news. Kansas, on the other hand, abnormally dry, 100%, 65% moderate starting south of Concordia, the western portion, 29% of Kansas, severe drought. And there is an area south central, southwest Kansas, 4.3% extreme drought. So moisture definitely needed in the Sunflower State. Long range, temperature wise, it looks like below normal temps northeast Nebraska for the month ahead for February, and southwest Kansas above normal in the temperature category. Otherwise, normal temperatures are expected across a large portion of Nebraska and Kansas. 3 months out then, above normal for the southwest third basically of Kansas, and below normal the extreme northeast part of Nebraska. It's always good to see more of both Nebraska and Kansas in the average category. As far as precipitation, normal precip expected for February in Nebraska. The northern half of Kansas the same, but below normal for the southern portion of Kansas. Not good news there. 3 months out then, southwest, south central Nebraska, the western half of Kansas, below normal precip wise, and extremely below normal southwest Kansas. What about the week ahead? Well, moisture remains in the forecast, kind of hit and miss, a slight chance for tomorrow in the afternoon, maybe a wintry mix when temperatures get above the freezing mark. The chances during the day Tuesday at 30%, 30% in the nighttime hours Thursday, during the day on Friday, 30%. Temperatures overall will fluctuate. The coldest day, of course, here Tuesday, but nighttime lows will be on the bitter side in many cases. What is normal for this time of February? 37 for a high, 15 the low. We're pretty close on the low. We'll average 14 for lows this week. Our highs will average 32. Quite a few proverbs, and this goes back to Groundhog Day, which is also called Candlemas Day. If on the 2nd of February the goose finds it wet, then the sheep will have grass on March 25th. When it is windy on Candlemas Day, there it will stick until the end of May. So far as the sun shines on Candlemas Day, so far the snow will blow before the 1st of May. And of course, that groundhog saw a shadow. That means 6 more weeks of winter that we usually get in this part of the country anyway. That is your Grow Report for this week. Join us again next week as we watch things grow.
4-H helps Nebraska farm families pass the torch. NTV's Rashida Kaba has more.
With the ag economy being so inconsistent, I came to speak with a local farmer about why it's important to get youth involved in agriculture.
It's like this, if we're not talking about Husker football, we're talking about farming.
And in a state where agriculture is king, organizations like 4-H allow kids to get a head start, preparing them for a tough industry.
When we mention the up and downs of farming, you have ups and downs in 4-H. You know, not all things are good, but there are good times, and the good times do outweigh the bad times.
During a time where property taxes and commodity prices are becoming more strenuous for farmers, Ann says choosing a career in ag comes down to 2 things.
I want to be in 4-H because it looks fun. My dad does it.
My dad did it a lot.
It's all about tradition.
And passion. Ann tells me her time in 4-H were some of her best memories, and she wanted her 2 daughters to experience that too. Now both of them pursuing careers in agriculture.
At some point in your lifetime, ag is going to touch your life.
saying events like the Nebraska State Fair, Exarban, and multiple 4-H competitions are getting more kids in central Nebraska interested in ag. A couple of those kids now encouraging others to join 4-H.
It could help kids learn more about cattle, and there's lots of projects you get to do, and there's fun activities.
Make sure to send us your photos. You can tag us on Facebook or Twitter, or we have a new function on our website where you can chime in and send your photos. We're looking for calving photos right now, so make sure to go to Nebraska.tv and upload. Up next, a story you're seeing first right here on NTV as 6 cousins bottle the scent of the farm. Stick with us.